Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Rising SUPERSTREAM, where my green screen's very large, and I don't need to buy a bigger one. How you guys doing today? I've got lined up today a couple of cool Switch games that I'm interested in playing. In addition to JJ, which I'm also interested in playing, because we didn't quite wrap up the last bit of text. Better speakers than me might regard these games as mysterious jogos, but I'm not such a linguist. So today, we're going to check out The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories, which of course we've played all the way through, but I went back through and I unlocked all the extra text messages so we can wrap up the little bit that was missing there. It shouldn't be a whole lot, a little bit. And then we've got The Midnight Sanctuary, which some of you may remember we briefly streamed for about 5 minutes before I hit an early crash, but I re-downloaded the game and I am indeed no longer experiencing that crash, so we can actually stream this game for real. And then we're going to move on to the newly released Blackbird by Onion Games. You guys might not be super familiar with Onion Games, but the guy in charge there is Mr. Kimura Yoshiro Kimura. I actually can't remember which one it is. He's the guy behind Little King's Story, Tulip. Those are probably his two most known games that were like really his babies. He was also the producer on No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2. Relatively prolific guy. They've been putting out mobile games at their new studio, Onion Games, and this is their first non-mobile game. So very keen to play that because his style of games are very interesting. Mr. Master Greg asks, how big is the weed miasma? It's died down a little bit since day one. For anyone who missed that, marijuana is just legal in Canada. It varies by area. It's a little messy, you know, like federally across all of Canada, they wanted to legalize marijuana. Cool. But every province was allowed to set up their own rules. So the rules vary slightly. And there are even some small areas that have just been like, no, fuck you, we're not allowing to be legalized at all, which is a shame. So it's been a little bit of a messy rollout, but it's going. It's working. It is getting there. Yeah, now we have... Yeah, for anyone who's never been to Quebec, I guess, like liquor and spirits and wine are generally sold at these government-run stores called the SAQ, Société d'Alcool du Québec, I think is what it stands for. I assume that just makes sense. And it's like a government-run store. Now, that doesn't mean you can't buy wine elsewhere, like the grocery stores and shit, they'll have some wine, and obviously like dépanneurs. Oh, I guess you guys call those, what's the word? What's that awful word that I hate? Bodegas. Bodegas will still have your beer and stuff like that, but most stuff is sold there. In Ontario, yeah, they have LCBO, which is its own government-run thing as well. So here in Quebec now we have the weed one as well. It's not just called SAQ2, or it's not called like Société de Weed de Québec or anything like that. It's got some ugly name that I don't like the branding of as well. And I will tell you that yesterday I went and saw Halloween. This is related. Hang in there. This is related. I went and saw Halloween, which was a really good horror movie that I really, really liked. And on the way out, I saw on the street there was this big line. I asked my girlfriend, what the fuck's this line for? And we both kind of peered, and we realized there was like a line halfway down this block, downtown Montreal, that was leading to the weed store. Again, not called the weed store. I know you guys have the beer store in Ontario. Yeah, we don't have that. So yeah, people are still excited. As two of my friends, Jeff and Yazzie, Mother Basement, and his wonderful girlfriend Tenlade, who is more popular than he is, they're very big, shall I say, potheads, and seeing their Twitter posts about it has been very illuminating, where they've been like, wow, this shit's way more expensive than buying it on the street. But then like they ordered a bunch, and they got them in these fancy like pots with these non-tamper labels, and when you open them, they have like a freshness seal, and it's like, wow, yeah, you're never gonna fucking get a freshness seal buying weed on the street. It's been really funny watching them go through it. No, I'm not narking them. That's cool. More power to them. Like, like like A, everyone was already cool with it. B, now it's actually legal too. So, congrats. No, I'm not narking. They're cool. I love those guys. What's the weed any better than? I don't. That I don't know. That I don't know. I think some of the producers I've heard are like alleging that they have better stuff, but I don't think anyone's done a scientific study on whether they're better yet. So, what vodka are you drinking? Unfortunately, it's water. Okay, I should actually play the game instead of just talking about weed. But that's what we wanted to talk about this morning, so we spoke about weed. Don't say I never listen. Not talking about the Smash thing. No, it just hasn't come up yet, but I guess it's come up now. There's a Smash leak this morning that looks really credible. That leaks 5 new characters. Was it 5? I think it was 5. I'm not going to name them in case you don't want to know who they are, but it looks pretty credible. So, yeah, that's something. Kind of disappointing that they got leaked, but hey, what are you going to do? It's hard to stop that. So, full spoilers for The Missing. This is just full spoilers. The spoiler chat is the active chat. And if you don't want to know, you probably don't want to watch. So, yeah. Night, Kangorth. Have a good one. So, I went through and I collected the vast majority of donuts. I guess I should just continue wherever my save file's at. I used a guide that I think it was GameSpot had posted. And I collected all but 3 donuts. And I went back through the entire game to find those 3 donuts with the guide. And I don't know, I must have like glazed over a bit or something. But I missed those 3 donuts again. And I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not going to replay the game again for those 3 donuts. Hopefully one day they'll patch in a per chapter collectible list. So that I can identify easily where those 3 donuts are. So fortunately, the only thing I missed by not collecting absolutely everything, as far as I've heard, is some gallery stuff. I'm not actually missing plot, apparently. All of the messages I've gotten, so we've got all the plot. Did I get the FKs? Yeah, let's talk about the FKs. I'll talk about the FKs in a second. We'll start with the cheats that I unlocked, because I unlocked some cheats, and you guys seem to like the costumes, so I'll try those on. We got the Mr. Berry ring, which is, oh, you can put it on while you're... I didn't realize it would keep her short hair and stuff. I didn't know you could put the costumes on when you're in your post-clear version. Wow, that's cool. So you have them for both. So Mr. Berry ring is based on the donut emote guy who says shut the fuck up and stuff like that. And then we got Go to Hell, which is this. Sure, it's Go to Hell. It's cool. Black hair, pink highlights. That's nice. And then Pinky Bambi, which is cute. It's cute. I'm going to leave it on, actually, because it's so cute. The costume, apparently, I'm missing by not having collected every donut. God, I forget his name. The Donut Man. Mr. Sleepy Chan, whatever his name was, this guy. It's a costume based on him that includes a little chef's hat. It's cute, actually, but unfortunately, I'm missing 3 donuts, so I don't have that. But I do have all the messages from the messenger. So the other thing was when you load the game back up after having finished it, they add a collectible to a bunch of chapters. Not every chapter as far as I can see. And it's a little FK doll, you know, your little dude. Oh, my FK messages are gone. That's odd. Anyway, your plushie or whatever, and he talks to you a bit about himself and yourself. They were all right. They weren't the most illuminating things in the world. Unfortunately, when you collect the doll, you immediately have to read the texts. So there was no way for me to stock those for you guys. Also, unfortunately, as you can see, the texts are not here right now. So, I don't know. Don't worry, they weren't that great. So, oh, maybe it's because I'm too early in the story? That's possible. They weren't that great, so I wasn't planning on going through them anyway. Well, you know what? I guess I can load in later. I can reread them all to you. Yeah, time to reread stuff I've already read. Let's see if I chapter select later in the game, will it let me do that? It's a nice area. No, that's too far. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not nice. Ugh, there's no nice areas. You know what? Bridge. Nice area. It's as good as it gets. Yeah, hopefully this will bring back the FK texts. So these messages will hopefully fill us in on where some of those side characters went after the end of the game. Hi, Pixie Valkyrie. How you doing? Also, yes, do I agree. Friendly, remember to buy this game if you haven't. Support Swery and the Madman. Absolutely. He deserves it. I mean, you know, I think everyone calls him a madman because he does these crazy plot ideas and stuff, but you know, when I look at some of the subject matter and how he handles it, it makes me think he's more sane than most of us. So okay, so hopefully my FK texts, yeah, here they are. So let's start with FK, I guess. If I'm gonna have to reread material, let's start by rereading something I don't want to read. Oh shit. How do I go faster? I don't. You know what? I don't think FK's texts save. I think FK's texts, you're forced to read them when you pick up the item, but they can't have saved because the scroll bar is not going nearly far enough. Okay, so fuck that. Unfortunately, FK's texts are weird, I guess. So I guess let's just start with Abby. Let's just begin somewhere. Hey, where have you been? You okay? Yeah, just haven't been feeling well. Make sure you take it easy. I will. If you want to go to a concert to blow off some steam, just let me know. Anytime. I gotta say, by the way, I feel like I read these in a really awkward way. Oh shit, hang on. Fuck, don't hit the D-pad. The D-pad is risks. D-pad skips text, right. Okay, yeah. Abby, I need to talk to you about something. Sorry, actually, never mind. Sorry, I was getting ready for tonight and didn't see it. What's up, JJ? Well, shit. That's all we got for Abby. That's where Abby's texts end. That's weird. I was told that I have all of them as of 260. So I don't know. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like a great place for her story to end. Good stream so far. Good stream. This has been a real good stream. Oh, yeah. Tizarier in the chat says that's all of them. Yeah. Shit, that's just where that ends? Huh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would have been her last words to her, yeah. I think that's probably the implication there. So, okay. Cool. Thank you for clarifying that is indeed the end. How'd the audition go? Terrible. Huh? That's what they said to me. I didn't match their image for the character, and I have no talent. That must have hurt. I've never been more humiliated in my entire life. What are you going to do now? Find a new audition and go for it. And I won't ask my dad for help this time. Sweet. I'll be cheering you on. Thanks. Got any good advice for me? Be serious, bold, and genuine. How's that sound? Okay, I'm going to do this. Sorry, my reading for each characters aren't very colorful. I don't do voices. I'm not a Team 4-star. Yo, JJ, I'm quitting school. What the fuck? Why? Because I don't want to give up on my dream. I can't juggle both at once, so I'm just going to cut off the weakest link. Your parents said it was okay? Yeah, they told me to follow my dream, but I also promised them I wouldn't give up easily. You really have a great dad. Yep. Must feel nice to have a solid goal like that. You have one too, don't you? Maybe. What do you want to do when you grow up? Still thinking about it. Well, don't rush. Anyway, me and this school are history. I'll miss you a little. A little? I'll be cheering you on. Thanks. I'll let you know when I get a part. JJ, they chose me. It's a side character on a low-budget TV show, but this is still a step forward. It's all thanks to your advice, JJ. Thank you so much. Damn, well, he got it. Also an odd place for his to end. Thought there would be more of a resolution to some of these. Jackie, you borrowed a book from the library before we left, right? Yeah. I think I accidentally saw the cover. Is that a condition you're suffering from? It's for class. Really? Of course. Yeah, I thought so. Sorry for the weird question. It's okay. Oh, jeez. Lily, about the library book. Did you tell anyone about it? Why? People have been spreading weird rumors. Well, I might have said you were struggling with a condition. A condition? The one that book talks about. Who asked you to do that? No one? I'm just worried about you. I want you to be yourself. That's not you. It's weird. I can take care of myself. Oh, fuck. Don't tell anyone else about this. Okay. It'll be our little secret. Jeez. Sending an emote like that after that. Like she feels like there's still a chance there. Hi, Jackie. Can we meet up? There's something I have to tell you. Please respond. Yeah, that didn't go well. Damn it, Lily. Could she have been the one spreading the rumors? In that sense? I mean, you know, seems like that's a possibility. It sucks, man. That's a shame. Obviously, it wasn't going to go well for Lily, but it's sad to see that Lily may have actually been the one that really caused all this shit to start going. It's a shame because Lily, you know, does really like JJ, but she just doesn't at all understand. And ends up, like, fucking hoisting herself on her own petard. That's awful. Professor Goodman. Surely this will be good. Surely. Hi, Professor Goodman. I have a strange question for you. Yes? Have you ever felt like you don't understand who you are anymore? Oh, yes, of course. I went through a lot of turmoil when I was a student. I wasted so much time worrying about what others thought of me. Putting all your efforts into syncing yourself up with others is the quickest way to drop yourself into that trap. If you feel troubled or confused, come in and talk to me. I'm sure we can find someone who understands what you're going through. Thank you. I'm always happy to lend an ear. Hello, Macfield. I heard a strange rumor about you at school today. Is it true? Yes. I see. There's a school counselor available if you feel like you need some help. I'll do my best to deal with the other students. It's okay. I don't really want to make a big thing out of this. I understand. Does your mother know? No, she doesn't. Please don't tell her. I see. Just don't try and shoulder all this on your own. Okay. Hello, Macfield. I'm planning a special dinner with my family this weekend, and I wanted to know if you'd like to join us. My wife will be gracing us with her special homemade pie. I know you're busy, but perhaps it could help you relax a bit. Man, Goodman was good man until the end, I gotta say. There was no red herring in that name at all. Just a good dude who's been places and likes Star Wars. That's cool. You're a good guy. You're okay. Get in. And I really like that extra, the extra mile he goes at the end, you know, where he says he's going to deal with the students or some such. Yeah, I'll do my best to deal with the other students. Recommending not trying to shoulder it all on her own. And then, like, outright just inviting her over to really just try help her. It's so nice. Good guy. Big good guy. Yeah, Dear Man, for anyone who missed it last time, that's just like post-game records and stuff. Although they only seem to update when you actually finish the game, so as you can see, it still says I'm missing a bunch of stuff, which is no longer the case. All right, time for some stuff. Oh my god, these are long. Look at how much is left on the ticker on the right, like the little meter thing. Shit. So we got to alternate these, Emily Mom, if I remember correctly. What are you up to? Donuts. Eating donuts in my room while I work on my report. Sleepies? Yep. Cinnamon and double chocolate, right? Well done. Cute. That's actually super cute. Emily gains 20 points. Yay! God, that's a cute photo. That's really good. Next question. You may have figured out that I'm eating a cinnamon and double chocolate donut from Sleepy's, but what am I drinking? Hot milk with 4 spoons of sugar. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. It's a lot of sugar for a cup of milk. Correct. Emily gains 30 points. Woohoo. By the way, what can I use these points on? Save up 2 million and you'll win an all expenses paid trip around the world. Really? JK. Grr. Let me make sure that pops in at it pops in at about the same spot. Okay. What have you been eating lately? Stuff. What kind of stuff? Just normal stuff, you know? What did you have for lunch? A caramel donut and a cupcake. And yesterday, a cinnamon donut and a double cream parfait. I don't believe you. You're going to kill yourself with all that sugar. How many times did I tell you sugar's bad for you? Sugar's poison. It's more addictive than cocaine. Went over this with you so many times. Holy shit. I was going to say, it seems nice that we're going to get an angle here with the mom where she's actually like looking out for JJ's health, you know, because JJ is clearly not eating well. But boy, the degree that she immediately goes in on is wild. Yes, sugar's bad for you. Yes, sugar's wildly addictive, but holy crap, this is a little intense. This is a little hard. I'm fine, Mom. I'll eat a good lunch tomorrow. Really? Yes. I'm just so worried about you. I know. Really? Do you really understand? Yes, I understand. JJ, I'm going to give you a psychological test. Sweet. Just answer each question honestly for me. Sure. You're in the forest. Okay. Is there an animal nearby you? Yes. What animal? A deer. Tell me how it makes you feel. Scared. Or maybe a little sad, I guess. The animal has wings. What color are they? Red. Like raspberry gelato. Hold on a minute. I have your diagnosis. Bring it on. It'll be a sunny day tomorrow. That's some test you got there. Yeah, that is the most useless test. I mean, you can read a little bit out of JJ there, but like, Emily is really not helpful. Hey, Mom, how do you make clam chowder? Oh man, always the clam chowder. You can't escape sweary games having clam chowder. That was a big talking point in D4. Why are you suddenly interested in cooking? Well, you told me I need to start eating right, so is this for a special someone? Why would you think that? It's out of the question. You can't go getting into any relationships. You're still just a student, remember? You'll just end up wasting a lot of time and money. Holy shit, Mom. Chill. Well, I couldn't get into one even if I tried, so don't worry. If I ever heard the word baby come out of your mouth, I think I'd drop dead right on the spot. Huh? Who said anything about a baby? Besides, didn't you and Dad start dating when you were students? That was an accident. I must have told you about this before. He was going on and on about French cuisine, and I wasn't interested, so I just kept saying yes, yes. But apparently at some point in the conversation, he ended up telling me how he really felt, and I said yes without even thinking. You never really meant to start dating him? That's right. I was just nodding along to make him feel like he wasn't being ignored. I feel bad for him. Well, it certainly wasn't my fault. In the end, I decided to stay with him, so everything worked out. I'm not sure how to feel about that. So, how do you make clam chowder anyway? JJ's mom is really the worst. It's wild how she keeps getting worse. I'm glad they have a whole text chain that's just emotes. What do you want? Cute. I'm hungry. I know how you feel. It's a good combo. I was cleaning out the garage and found a book that really brought back some memories. Would you like it? What is it? A book of traffic signs. Your father bought it. I want it. I'll send it to you next chance I get. Thanks. Do you remember all the other weird books he used to bring home? I never understood what he found so amusing about those photos of crushed aluminum cans. Can you send that one to me too? I see you inherited his weird tastes. Do we have to get into this again? You don't want to end up like he did. All he ever cared about was his hobbies. He never had any interest in furthering his career. Then he went off and died, leaving you and I behind to deal with the fallout. It's been so hard for me ever since. He was the perfect example of what happens to someone who had a brain but never put any effort into using it. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Jackie? Yeah. She just keeps getting worse. Blaming her life on her dead husband? Like, Jesus. Jesus. I'm keen to get to the end and see where that goes. Studying up a storm? Sorta. How about you? My head hurts. I feel like it's gonna fall off. Sounds dangerous. You can do it. Maybe I'll just let it roll off somewhere, then I'll get to go on a trip. You're gonna give me nightmares. But if I was just ahead, I could come visit you whenever I wanted to. True. But I want to hang out with your body, though. Too, rather. Sorry. No way. Emily, that sounds kind of perverted. Cute. Jackie, have you been taking care of your health? I try to. How many hours of sleep are you getting? Stayed up all night last night. What? You can't do that. Sleep deprivation highly lowers your decision-making ability. Humans who get only 6 hours of sleep per night for 2 weeks straight are no different from people who have stayed up all night for 2 entire nights in a row. It prevents you from performing at your maximum potential. Jeez. You know, like, JJ is not living a healthy lifestyle. I can't agree with that, but going a little hard here. Yes, ma'am. You need to listen to me, Jackie. I'm really worried about your well-being. Mom, where are you even getting these facts from? The internet? So it's got to be true. This is no laughing matter. I'm seriously trying to help you here. But if you can't trust me, then how about reading the articles and deciding for yourself? Fine, give me the URL. I'll check it out later. You know, you really get the sense that, like, she's projected all her insecurities on JJ. And, like, JJ's kind of had to grow up with that all her life. And now that JJ is free to a degree, she's, like, living out. She's living outside of her previous restraints, and it's sad to see her mom try and, like, pull her back in, you know, and try to force that. Kind of depressing. JJ, a really cute cafe just opened up next to the college, and people have been saying their pancakes are super yummy. Let's go check it out sometime. No way. Or no way, rather. Different way to read that. I'd love to, but I'm really busy right now. Aw, JJ. Jesus. Look at that photo. Heavy filters, but look at that photo. Covered in banana slices, blueberries, strawberries, topped with thick vanilla ice cream made with special eggs. Special eggs. Gotta pay extra for that. Apparently they also mix in crushed almonds with the pancake batter, which gives the pancakes a sweet fragrance and a satisfying crunch. Damn it! I made pancakes just the other day. I make pancakes all the time. Never think about that. That is such a good idea. That's so fucking easy. I always think about, like, oh, I could put berries, I could put chocolate chips, I could put this, that, but nuts. Almonds. Fuck. That's so good. That's so strong. I need to incorporate that. Make my pancakes even more calorie heavy. And you can put on as much honey as you want. Let's go. Yay. But only after I finish my report marathon. Okie dokie. You can do it. Hey, Mom, why did you decide to become a nutritionist? Oh, she is a nutritionist. Okay. You curious about that? I have to write about it in an essay for school. Oh, I wanted to find a job that would allow me to help people. Your grandfather's unhealthy diet is what killed him, you know. Oh, yeah, I remember how he hated veggies. I wanted to help people with those sorts of problems. People who are prone to unhealthy habits can't keep themselves from eating what they like no matter what you say to them. So I decided to think up ways to mix in healthy food with the things they like in order to help them eat better. But in order to do that properly, I needed to learn about how nutrition really works, and the rest is history. You always worry about other people, Mom. You think so? I know so. I'm just busy, that's all. I've never taken a proper vacation ever since your father died. You're one of the people on my list, you know. I know how much candy you eat. There you go again. Do you know how much sugar there is in a single donut? No. It could make you sick for the rest of your life. I know, I know. Are you sure you really do? Anyway, what's the essay about? Oh, I have to write about a life lesson that I learned from someone close. This was a very enlightening conversation. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I agree. That does seem like the first decent thing from her. I mean, it doesn't make up for her wrongdoings and the way she behaved, but like, it's kind of a nice reason to become a nutritionist. I guess if you're going to hire a nutritionist, you want one who gives such a shit about nutrition and making sure you're healthy. But living with that just seems like a nightmare. I'm going crazy. What's wrong? I won't be able to finish this report by the deadline. Everyone's pushing work onto me, and my mom's been nagging me constantly. You're taking on way too much. I know, but there's nothing I can do. Everyone knows you're good at getting things done, so they rely on you. Yet my mom never trusts me no matter how hard I try. JJ, are you okay? Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining to you. I'm fine. I'm here for you whenever you need me. Thanks. That's the very end of that one. God, Emily's just so unambiguously sweet the whole way through. Never once was there like a weird misstep or anything from her. She just always is accepting of who JJ is, and she's just all around wonderful to her. So find people like that, keep them close to you in life. You know, I hope they date. But that's tough, right? I mean, that's one of the things in this game that kind of halfway gets addressed, like the idea of like, you know, having such a good friend and the idea of like taking that further and whether that, you know, destroys the friendship you had, whether a romantic relationship is better for you than that friendship is something is probably pretty hard to tell until it happens, and then it might be too late to turn it back, you know. It's tough. It's a tough decision. I've never been burdened with one like that, but I've known people to have been, and it hasn't always gone well. So I want them to date and be happy, but of course, I don't want them to date and not be happy. So it's tough. There's no easy answer there. Mom, I've got some big news for you. I was asked to give a lecture at a local education seminar. What? How to effectively teach and love your child as explained by 15 mothers. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, cool. They're also going to put an article in the newspaper about it. Whoa. You deserve that after all you've been through. Little donut, cute. I can hardly believe that so many people will be reading about my experience. I guess sometimes hard work really does pay off. You've always been a hard worker. My greatest accomplishment has always been you, Jackie. People only decided to give me attention because they saw what a fine young adult you've become. I hope you'll keep working hard so that you can go on being an example to everyone. Talk about pressure. You can do anything if you set your mind to it, Jackie. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. It's tough. It's tough. What a tough relationship. Because you know the mom is just doing what she thinks is best for Jackie. And she just doesn't seem to understand where the limit is. And she also just is not sympathetic to Jackie. It's tough. What a tough relationship to navigate. There's no... I mean, there are silver linings, but they're not glowing enough that it makes up for the problems going on there. Ultimately, like, it's tough because the mom, you know, she did raise JJ. As far as JJ's entire life goes, like, she did more good than she could ever do harm. But the harm she's doing at this point is so awful. You know, you can only hope that after the events of the game, after JJ's close run-in with death, you can only hope that, you know, that might have been something that shook her mom, something that, you know, will hopefully make her re-examine things and re-examine what she values in JJ. I appreciate some of the characterization at the end of the mom's dialogue there being somewhat positive, or at least not outright negative, showing that, the mom does care in her own words. The mom does think she's doing the right thing. She's proud of JJ. She's just deeply, deeply flawed. And I think that's good still. So it's nice how she's not just written to be purely 100% villain who abandoned JJ as a child or some shit. But she definitely, I think, needs to understand JJ more. Parenting is hard. Yeah, Great Monorail puts it well. Parenting is hard. No doubt. But I see tweets by Brennan Williams, and he makes it look easy. He makes it look effortless. He just throws his daughters across the room and they love it. That's his life every morning. Just whip your children out the window. They love it. Only a huge man such as Brennan could do that. I don't know how I'm supposed to parent that good. I don't have big muscles like him, so... Apocalyptic Express says, sometimes even that kind of thing doesn't help. Some people remain stubbornly insensitive and can end up causing even greater psychological harm. Yeah, that I totally agree with. I guess where I'm standing is if JJ's mom looks at this suicide thing and re-examines stuff and comes out of it like, yeah, I've been a problem, then, maybe hope is not completely lost for her. But if she comes out of this suicide thing and doubles down on JJ, you've got a problem, then yeah, fuck this mom. Absolutely. Fuck her forever. Because I agree with the notion that, like, especially after something like this, that will only cause way more harm than she could ever do good going forward. So, yeah. Yeah, Conlon Plays, I see a couple times in the chat you asked if I could collect the last 3 donuts. I don't know where they are. I did get the one you're talking about on the train right now. I tried following a guide, and I must have glossed over a bit at some point and just missed out on 3 of them. As far as I know, all I unlock is a costume for getting 100% of donuts. But I don't get more dialogue. Like, I've got all the dialogue, so I'm kind of cool with wrapping it up there on the donut suit. So, yeah, I have no idea where these last 3 are either. Film and Coffee says he's missing 3 as well. I saw a couple other people on GameFAQs saying they were missing 3. So, maybe the GameSpot guide is like missing 3 or something like that. I don't know. Oh, yeah, and you get the last bits of the gallery too. That's true. But I've played through the game like 3 times now, and I don't really want to play through it again until I know for sure where the last donuts are, because, you know what? Not great. Catman9 says, I'm pretty sure someone who absent-mindedly accidentally got into a relationship with someone they didn't care about and rolled with that all the way to parenthood has already failed at being a good parent. I mean, in some regards, I mean, I don't know if they failed at being a good parent there, because, they weren't the worst. They didn't, they probably raised their child with enough empathy and love that JJ turned out the way she is. JJ seems to be a caring person, seems to be empathetic towards other people. It's hard. Parenting is hard, in the wise words of a comment that just flew up the Twitch chat before. Because clearly aspects of their parenting were fine, I mean, probably parenting as far as like talking and discussing things through with your kid is probably at its easiest when they're, well, a child. It's just she's really struggling with the whole changing her perspectives thing as her child has grown, I think that's where the parenting problems start, but I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, and it's a shame, because I don't think any of us feel good about JJ's mom, and I don't think any of us should, because she's not really a good person. Not all around, anyway. Maybe some aspects of her, like, again, like, if you're a nutritionist, it's probably good that you're passionate about helping people. That's great. That's actually, that's a super positive thing, but the way she treats JJ is just awful. I don't know. That's a fan does correctly point out just because you're empathetic doesn't mean your parents are. Emotionally abused children can be empathetic, but not the parents. That's certainly true. You know, honestly, this conversation I think can go either way the whole way all day. I think JJ's mom is behaving abhorrently. Um, that's how I feel about it. But otherwise, who's to say how her parenting was when JJ was a kid? We don't know. Whatever. It was kind of weird reading that bit about how she like stumbled into the relationship that she has. I mean, clearly at some point she valued it if she decided to stick with it, but I don't know. You know, maybe it just became comfortable and it was easier to not say no and just let the norm be the norm. I don't know. Film and Coffee says there's a lot of nuance to this convo, to be sure. There's a lot of nuance. So I don't know. I don't know if I have much more blood to wring from this rock. So yeah, that's JJ Macfield. That's The Missing, JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories. Is that what the game's called? I think that's the whole name. It's long, it's big. It's still a really good game. Gotta say, I still really enjoyed this. Playing through this on the replay to collect donuts and such was really enjoyable because they let you run really fast, they let you see through walls, etc. They did a really good job making it fun to play through the game a second time and a third time. Also, the new FK texts, those were good too. So, one last one I'm going to read here. Dada Nazish says, like, I genuinely think JJ's mom is trying to be a good parent, but she's so stubbornly wrong about her daughter's emotional well-being that I can't really say I sympathize with her. Yeah, you know, I really think that's a good, succinct way of putting it that I agree with. I just can't sympathize with who she is, you know, nowadays. That's it, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, I know there's a guide for donuts and shit, but I'm going to have to... I'm probably going to wait until they patch in, like, a collectible tracker or something, because I followed a guide, and I missed donuts, and I just don't want to do it again. So, yeah. Anyway, that's The Missing. I hope you guys enjoyed The Missing, and this extra little bit of The Missing that I wasn't sure if we'd do, but here we are. It's done. What a wonderful game. What a wonderfully sympathetic game. And I'm so happy that the opening message of The Missing, which I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember right, but like this game was made with the belief that no person is wrong for being who they are or something like that, whatever it was. I'm so glad that was the chosen interpretation of that statement, because that could have gone a couple ways, and I really appreciate where that went exactly in the context of this game. So yeah. Anyway, next up, I think we're gonna move on to the Midnight Sanctuary.